Well, when was the last time I streamed this late? You ever have one of those days where your brain doesn't work and you want to do something and it just ain't happening because your brain ain't working? So you try to think about how to do it and then it just doesn't work and then you just get a headache. You ever have one of those days? Yeah, well, I think I'm having, like, the first day of what's probably going to be a week of that. I'm, like, in a weird head zone right now. So let's cover it up by playing as, I don't know. Brain's weird. Need to cover it up by just having a game. Having a game. Doing some fun stuff. Gotta do... If I can't do the other thing I want to do, I should do the other thing I want to do more. At least almost as much, which is keep playing this game. Yeah, I bet I sound smart and sane right now. Alright. So yeah, we finished up Novaria, we went chatting around. Oh, and because it was bothering me so much, I went into the save editor because there's this very specific toggle that you can use. There's a section, there's a tab labeled romance. Yeah, I shifted the tag for Ashley off to canceled. I don't know if we'll get to do any more talking with her as a result of that. Let's just pretend that when she got all flirty that I just said, nah. Let's just pretend that that's actually what happened, because as far as the game is concerned, that appears to be what I did. I know we got codex entries. But honestly, I just want to get straight into some action, so... Let's go find stuff to do. Well, there's an anomaly up there in Styx Theta. I don't know what that guy Styx is doing up there. I know him. I think he's busy right now. Now, you know what? I should have... Hang on a minute. That lower wing was clipping through the bottom of the docking port. We weren't big enough to fit in there. The wings were, like, clipping through the walls. Unbelievable.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, I'm glad you were in the area.
In the
We've
Citadel?
got an emergency situation, and you're the only one I can trust to get the job done.
How can I help, Admiral?
Biotic fanatics have hit a medical research station with a psychotropic drug. The drugs have temporarily driven researchers crazy, and the biotics are effectively using them as human shields.
So if I shoot everything that moves, a lot of researchers are gonna die.
Exactly. A normal team could handle the biotics, but a lot of innocent researchers would die during the operation. That's why I contacted you. I'm hoping you can keep the casualties to a minimum.
I'll do everything within my power to bring those researchers back safely, Admiral.
I know you will, Commander. I'm sending you the station coordinates now. Fifth Fleet out.
Was this star lens flare always in the middle of the nebula? I swear to God, when they remade this, when they went over this game, did they just slap a fucking star lens flare, the exact same one in the middle of every single star system? Fucking hell. Also, the more I look at the save editor to try to modify parts of the face, the more I believe I'm not actually changing anything. Because I swear, every time I start, and I look at Shepard's face, just certain angles, just like, why is the nose so big? What's going on? It's just, this is nothing you can do. So... Who am I going to talk to? Well, we're gonna go talk to Zabaleta. Let's take another alliance man along, and we took Tally with us last time as well. Take Garrus.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Gotta figure there's more stuff going on here. That's generally what happens, right? At the very least, we know that Zabaleta needs some talking
In
to.
entertainment news, Francis Kitt has announced plans to direct Hamlet with Elcor cast members.
Yeah, we heard this
The
one
production
before.
will open dramatic theater to the Elcor with a Hamlet who uses Elcor body language.
Yeah. Just get us down. We've heard it before. Ah, yes. There she is. I hit the button.
Commander Shepard?
Yes, that's who I am.
Khaleesa been seen in Al-Jalani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
What sort of questions?
People back home have heard a lot of wild stories about you, Commander. I can give you the chance to set the record straight. What do you say?
What do you want to know?
You've been given a unique position to represent our race. People want to get a sense of how you'll do that.
Gotta get ready for this bitch. Asking trap questions.
Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
The Spectres represent the best of every species in the galaxy. To be asked to join them is an honor.
Some have said your appointment is the Citadel throwing humans a bone. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
The Council is concerned with the needs of the whole galactic community. We're part of that community now. Our needs are on their agenda, but we're one of many.
You really do believe that, don't you? You've been given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Actually, the Normandy was co-developed by human and Turian engineers. Its design incorporates many innovations, all of which are classified, I'm afraid.
So the Turians have knowledge of the Normandy that is being kept secret from the Alliance public? Do you think it was appropriate to hand Earth's most advanced warship over to the Citadel?
This fucking lady.
I wasn't aware it had been handed over to anyone. I'm in command, and last I checked, I'm human. Same goes for my crew.
Human, yes, but you do work for the Citadel now, Commander. Speaking of your new job, did the Council order you to sabotage human research concern on Noveria?
Huh? I don't remember this one. I don't have an option to Paragon my way out of it either.
The Council had nothing to do with it. There was an accident at Binary Helix Labs. In the interest of protecting the company's confidentiality, I can't say more.
That's a surprising revelation, Commander. We've had nothing but stonewalling from Binary Helix. Given your recent experiences, do you think humanity will ever get the respect it deserves from the galactic community?
Respect's a funny thing. People always assume they deserve it. The truth is, respect is earned.
Hell
and
yeah.
I firmly believe we can earn it.
You're an idealist, Commander, but a sincere one. I hope you're right. One last question, Commander. Rumors back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Saren. Do you have any comment on that?
Well, I mean, I want to just be honest and tell him the truth. However, she's gonna run away with that. But if I get all wishy-washy about it, that's usually when people are just like, yeah, it's probably what he's doing. There's really no way out of this one either. She's got me. What to say? As annoying as the council is, I don't need to, like, piss in their cornflakes. Then again, it's probably not, like, uncommon knowledge that Saren's has been... You would think that would probably be a public thing. Council would be like, hey, this guy's no longer on the payroll. He's fucked up. Fuck it.
Saren instigated the attack on our colony at Eden Prime. Once his involvement was proven to the Council, I was assigned to bring him in.
That's surprising, Commander. The official line says Eden Prime was attacked by rogue synthetics. Good luck in your mission. Thank you for your time, Commander Shepard.
I mean, it was that too. There was also the rogue synthetics. Multiple things going on there. I don't remember ever being questioned about Novaria.
A research station on Novaria has reportedly been destroyed. The exact cause is
I think I got on the wrong
unknown.
elevator.
Given the research conducted on Novaria, many are blaming the destruction on an experiment gone awry. Administrator Anoleus currently faces criminal charges as a result of the disaster, although the nature of the charges remains unclear.
Oh wait, no, this was the right elevator. I see question marks back here. People to talk to. Charles Saraceno.
Excuse me, you're the Spectre, right?
Who was shouting something about the Sphinx?
Commander Shepard, it is an honor to speak with you.
What's this demonstration about?
I'm Charles Saraceno of the Terra Firma Party.
I just shook his
We're
hand.
making our voices heard by the alien appeasers on the Presidium. Can I count on your support in the next election?
Absolutely not.
I don't know Terra Firma's platform. What do you stand for?
Our core value is that Earth must stand firm against alien influences. Politically, culturally, and in the worst case, militarily.
It's a good theory, but these people are making it sound like a racial issue.
I can't deny that some of our supporters have extreme views, but our platform is also supported by economists, sociologists, and medical professionals.
But you don't do anything to curtail the racist comments of your members.
Of course not, Commander. Whether I disagree with them or not, they have the right to express their opinion.
Yes.
You're marking the end of the First Contact War with a protest?
As we have every year for the last 26 years. The war taught humanity a lesson that some would forget. If we don't stand up for ourselves, no one else will.
I don't remember these guys being up here. In my memory, they were down in the wards. It would make sense that they'd be in front of the embassy, but...
I thought the lesson of the First Contact War was that there's other life in the galaxy, and they have opinions too.
Perhaps so, Commander. But if aliens feel free to express their opinions at gunpoint, why shouldn't we?
What happened at the mass relay was a misunderstanding. If you saw a child about to touch a gun, wouldn't you stop them?
I'd pull them away, yes. I wouldn't shoot them dead.
And, like, drop, like shoot, like, destroy their cities and all that, you know? The Turians were kind of fucked up, you know? There's no denying that.
What are you running for?
I'm seeking one of the 5 spacer seats in Parliament. They have certain Baroque conditions for a citizen to be able to vote for them. You have to spend more than 6 months a year in space, but you can't have stayed in any one settled system for more than a month. You do spend most of your time in space, Commander.
Yeah, nah.
Sorry. I believe we need to work peacefully with other races.
We've heard that before in human history. Well-meaning naivete leads to declarations of peace in our time.
Oh, don't
We
I
can't
haven't I
allow
heard it?
anything like Shanxi to happen again. I don't suppose I could convince you to issue a public statement of support for my candidacy.
I
The support of the first human Spectre would be invaluable.
can already tell what my answer's gonna be.
The occupation of Shanxi couldn't happen again. We weren't even sure there were aliens to garrison against back then.
It's still a powerful symbol, Commander. Shanxi is the only human territory ever occupied by an alien species.
You have the right to your opinion, Mr. Saraceno, but with all due respect, I disagree with it.
I understand. I'm glad you support the democratic process, at least. Thank you for your time, Commander. Remember Terra Firma on Election Day, because Terra Firma remembers you.
I will remember not to vote for them.
No blood for aliens.
It doesn't matter how many well-meaning people you say you have.
Going alone! Pardon me, soldier. Could I...
Terra Firma.
You got a bunch of jackasses in it, and you're not doing anything to fucking rein them in, then you've got a fouled-up foundation. Alright, now who are you?
Soldier, I've got a major situation, and I need help from somebody with humanity's interests at heart.
What kind of situation are we talking about?
Of course, right to business. That's why humanity has the best damn fleet in the galaxy. My name is Elias Keeler. I'm an alliance negotiator. We've got a big session coming up with the Solarians. You wouldn't believe what's riding on this. I'm fighting for humanity on this one, just like you are.
I understand. It's important. So what do you need?
Well, in order to do my best for humanity, I need the best resources on the market. There's a mental stimulant that increases alertness and cognitive function. It's legal, but restricted. I've purchased the monthly limit, and I need more from the medbay.
I'm being hit up for drugs.
What is this stimulant exactly?
Oh, I don't know the medical terms, but it increases mental capacity, short-term recall, that sort of thing. It helps me stay focused, and it keeps me sharp. Nothing gets by me when I'm on it.
If you know the monthly limits, why did you go over them?
The negotiations were supposed to be last week, but the Solarians stalled it, probably deliberately. If I don't get the stimulant, I'll be a wreck. My assistant will take over, and that would be a disaster.
You should put some trust in your assistant. Didn't you train him?
My assistant wants to bend over backwards for the Citadel races. He wants to show them we're reasonable. No race will respect us until we show them who's in charge. That's what it took with the Turians. Yeah, forget my assistant.
Why is this deal so important?
The Solarians want to set up long-term trade agreements. There are billions of credits at stake. If I don't get the drug, my assistant will take over and mess up the whole deal. It would be a disaster.
You should put some trust in your assistant. Didn't you train him?
My assistant wants
I
to
picked
bend
a
over
different
backwards
option
for
that
the
time, and
Citadel
it was the
races.
same
He
response.
wants... No race will respect us until we show them who's in charge. That's what it took with the Turians.
I chose the
forget my
top
assistant.
option last time, and I just chose the middle option, and it was the exact same response. Illusion of choice.
Keeler, you've got a problem. You need to get treatment.
It might look that way from the outside, but this is just a one-time slip-up. All the top negotiators are on stimulants close to the legal limit. It's the way the game is played.
I don't see all the top negotiators soliciting help to go over the legal limit, Keeler.
Maybe you're right. I've been trying to keep humanity strong, and maybe I've pushed myself too hard. I'll tell you what, this will be the last time I use the stimulant. After this deal is finished, I'll get treatment.
No trade negotiation is worth ruining your life for. Let it go and get help.
You don't understand! Humanity needs me, and I need that stimulant. Without it, I don't know anymore. I get so tired when I run out of the stimulant. I just need one more boost.
There's no shame in having a problem, but you have to get treatment.
You're right. I'll go tell my assistant. I shouldn't be working like this. I'll get help. I'm just sorry it came to this.
Getting hit up by junkies even on the Presidium. You know, I wonder if these two have anything to say about my antics.
Your Noveria report raised a few eyebrows in the Council, Shepard. I can't believe you let that queen live. There's a reason their species was nearly wiped out. You should have finished them off.
This queen isn't like the others. She's not interested in conquest or war.
Really? I'm glad you're an expert in a species we know virtually nothing about. I hope we're both still around in 50 years to see if you're right.
Genocide of an entire species is a terrible tragedy, Ambassador. Shepard did the right thing.
Fine. I'll just tell everyone we figured it was a good idea to release a fertile Rachni queen in the wilds of Noveria. I'm sure nobody will have a problem with that.
And he just disappeared.
Yes, Commander?
Where can I find Admiral Kahoku?
Is there anything else, Commander?
There's nothing new in there. Okay. So remember to talk to these people. I wonder if they would have had something to say after I picked up Liara. Wasn't exactly a critical mission report, though. Commander Shepard ain't about no genocide. There's nothing new going on up here. Other than the people we just talked to, of course. Let's see what's going on the other side. Oh no, can't we just look at the... We might not really even need to do the full runaround unless we only get marked, like, quests marked if we, like, walk across them. I'm not really sure exactly if that's how that works now. I probably should. Guess if we don't find nothing, then we can say that it's probably the case. Did you ever buy those upgrades from the Hanar? Pretty sure some... No, I probably did the last time I was here. There were some upgrades lying around for grenade and metajail capacity. And, you know, maybe there's something new. You know, maybe there's a new license. We probably have most of the licenses, really.
Commander.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is please.
Yeah. There's nothing new back here. Alright, well. Suppose we had to go specifically down this one, like, middle path in order to get to Zabaleta. You know, before we go down there, you think something new might pop up in the tower? You wouldn't do that, right? There's barely many reasons to keep going up there. After, like, the first two.
Celebrations are being planned for the anniversary of the end of the Rachni Wars. Many Council worlds, particularly Asari and Solarian colonies, will hold victory parades.
Yeah, we've heard it before. Oh, boy. You know, I might have held out to do, like, a longer stream tomorrow. But then I remembered I'm not going to be home most of tomorrow, so... Maybe that's part of why I decided to do one today. Even if it's going to be a shorter one. Probably only 3 hours. Yeah. There's nothing new going on here. Shoot, we can't teleport to that middle path. Alright, take us to Flux, and then take us down. there's something going on back here, and I don't think it's... Or maybe it is. Oh, it's Conrad.
Commander, I've been waiting for you to get back.
I don't remember him moving around like this. I always remembered him being... maybe I'm misremembering him always being in the same spot.
I've got an idea, and I wanted to run it by you.
I've got a lot going on right now, but I can spare a moment.
Great. This'll just take a minute. With so many human colonies being attacked, I'm not sure that one Spectre is enough. What if you signed me on as another Spectre?
Why would you want to be a Spectre, Conrad?
Because I wanted to show the Council what humanity can do, just like you. I'd make a great Spectre.
Would you?
I want to be with you, fighting the good fight like you did on Elysium during the Skillian Blitz.
I wish I had the option to ask him what his qualifications were.
I believe you, Conrad. But there's another fight that needs you.
What? I don't understand.
You know what keeps me going out here? Knowing that people back home are keeping humanity strong.
You're right. I just got so caught up in all of it. I wanted to help. I'll go home. Thanks for setting me straight.
Now, supposedly, the patches make it so that the following games will actually remember how you treated him, and he won't just default to some weird renegade state. It was always kind of funny in a way, but...
In a further development in the Eden Prime investigation, the Council has reportedly revoked the Spectre status of one of its operatives. While the unnamed operative has not yet been apprehended, a Council spokesman confirmed that corrective actions had been taken.
Okay, so no, yeah, it was reported that a Spectre was roguified, but they didn't say his name. Oh well, too bad. People know his name now. Zabaleta.
Hey, back again, huh? I don't suppose you got any credits to spare.
I spoke to my mother. She told me about what happened on Mindoir.
Did she? I wonder. People tied like prize hogs, locked in cages, clawing and screaming as they're loaded into cargo pods. And we couldn't reach them. The Batarian defenses had us pinned. Dozens died trying to advance. All we could do was watch as they hauled people away.
I think the camera operator's drunk.
I've been looking for 13 years for something to make that sight go away. What have you got, huh?
I'm not going to give you money to drink yourself to death. You need to stop this.
If you don't have a better option, just give me 20 credits. A good bottle of whiskey. Enough to stop the dreams.
No one understands why. Oh my god. Renegade Shepard could be such an asshole.
My mother said to go to the Veterans Affairs office. You're not the only one who's seen that brand of hell. They can help.
The VAO? God. All right. If she wants me to go talk to someone, fine, I'll do it. For her. She always stuck up for me. She always was naive. All the VAO does is pump you full of chemicals. If she wants to talk, tell her she can reach me through the Citadel VAO.
What do you say we head down to Cora's Den after shift?
Sounds good. Some of the others are going for Novio's farewell thing.
Damn, I forgot that was today. Where's he going again?
Noveria. Apparently, they've got a huge demand for corporate security.
Noveria? Isn't that the frozen planet?
Yeah, I wouldn't go, but I guess the pay's pretty good.
Huh.
Well, hopefully Zabaleta ends up fine. I wonder if we'll be hearing, like, anything... If we'll hear back on that.
Well, Garrus, any regrets about leaving Citadel security?
Fighting a rogue Spectre with countless lives at stake and no regulations to get in the way, I'd say that beats C-Sec.
Well, we don't lack for excitement, that's for sure.
What the? That's happened before, hasn't it? The random explosion. There might not be much else to do on the Citadel. Only like just a small handful of things. Yeah, I'm guessing you can see the quest markers from a mile away, and I don't need to run up to all of them. And nah. So we might have already done everything there is to do after Noveria, on the Citadel at least.
Yes, human, you need something, yes? Oh, you will be pleased, I think.
I'm guessing there's not going to be anything really new in the shops when it comes to unlocking stuff.
Welcome back, EarthClan.
Show me what you...
Oh, no. Grenade upgrade 3. Did I miss that before? I don't know.
Oh, sure. I can return that for you.
Thanks. Hasn't worked well since I bought it. Hey, are you refunding his stuff?
Here you go. Your account will be credited.
You did! You took his return! Look, I'm telling you, I bought this here. Why won't you return it?
I can't take it back unless you...
I know. Unless I have a proof of purchase.
That guy's going to be standing there arguing with that shopkeeper for years. Years. I'm glad I've never had to deal with that. Let's see. This goes, well, back to the academy.
Treaty negotiations between the Alliance and the Solarian Republic have finally
that already
concluded.
happened?
Solarians praised the openness and flexibility of Alliance negotiators in pursuing a deal that benefited both sides. The deal was brokered by new Alliance negotiator Thomas Kent after his mentor Elias Keeler withdrew, citing health reasons.
Well, he did sound desperate. I guess it would make sense if the deal was for today and he really fucking needed it right that moment. And the reporter wasn't around to ask us for yet another favor. We just had a new reporter.
Hello, Commander.
Show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Oh, another grenade upgrade. How nice. And with that, I think we are done with the Citadel for now.
I used to have an office here. Spent half my time doing payroll work.
Nice to see so many humans working for CSEC.
Your biotics are impressive, Lieutenant. I'm surprised that humans stop using the L2 configuration with results like yours.
My headaches can be pretty bad, and I'm one of the lucky L2 implants. The L3s are safer.
Humanity will be judged by the sacrifices its people are willing to make, Lieutenant. The Turians would have kept the L2 implants.
Yeah, more than just headaches, Garrus. I don't think I've ever heard that conversation before. Gotta always make sure I mix up whoever I bring back to the Citadel.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
You know, these panels on the support struts here kind of distantly remind me of the LCAR system a little bit. Wonder if I could call Mom, tell her about Zabaleta. Nope. Maybe I'll hear something when we get underway, which we're just gonna go ahead and do. Did anyone else see like a pair of legs run into the wall?
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, Ms. Al-Jalani's story on you just aired.
Uh-oh.
She shouldn't have ambushed you like that. But you handled it pretty well.
She wasn't the most sympathetic audience.
You handled yourself pretty well, Commander. She came across like a raving idiot. There is one other matter, however. The Citadel has been trying to play down Saren going rogue. It makes the Spectres look bad.
Whoops.
Your mention of him was politically inconvenient.
How angry was the Council?
About what you'd expect. Don't worry too much about it, Commander. They're always angry with us. I won't keep you any longer. Fifth Fleet out.
Whoops. Those fucking lens flares bother me. Yeah, we got 2 new places to visit that we know we should visit. Man, there's a lot of places to check out here. Have we? I swear there's a new one here. Was it Plutus? I swore I saw something shine over there in the rocks. Yeah, I don't think mentioning that's going to come up later. That's just like a, nah, it's inconvenient. But you know what? A little transparency doesn't hurt. Alright. So where's this mission here? Kohi is a... or Chohi. Choe? Is a terrestrial planet whose surface is mainly composed of aluminum with numerous deposits of calcium. Though it has enough mass to retain a dense atmosphere, Kohi is nearly a vacuum. The lack of atmosphere allows a moderate average temperature, but the differences between night and day are extreme. The surface of Chohe's sunward-facing side is usually covered by a haze of volatiles, mainly water vapor and carbon dioxide, which return to the ground as frost over the course of the long, cold night. The Serta Foundation has established a research outpost on Chohe to investigate the native subterranean life, which shows incredible resilience to extremes of heat and cold. Solid Earth-style gravity. Alright, surgical operation. Civilians in the line of fire. Any people who aren't going to be trigger happy. Kaiden. Garrus has learned. This is kind of a hostage situation. He is technically the marksman after all. You know, the last time we took them out together wasn't a mission, so... let's do it. Car, how I missed you. We'll take the long way around. Go across, then around, then there. It would have been a sick boost if we didn't spin around like that. A lot going on here. Close to the transmitter, your comms pick up a recording of a wistful string quartet. You power the system down. Whoever lived here, they haven't been back for some time. Crates are covered with Chohei's chalky dust, and the status lights of the shack indicate its atmosphere ran out long ago. While sifting through this pile of debris, you discovered another of Matriarch Dillinaga's writings. It's in bad shape, but most of it is still intact. I think that's the first time we found one of those in a crate with a bunch of other stuff. Wait, what? There's another one. It looks like someone has been living in this place. No shit. This small crate held some stale food and one of Matriarch Dillinaga's writings. It's still in fairly good condition, unlike the food. Is there gonna be another one in the wall locker? Why, yes. It's not clear who owns this container, but you discovered one of Matriarch Dillinaga's writings inside. Just, you know, just in case you weren't really exploring much on any of the other planets, you know, here's like 3 in one spot. Did Matriarch Dillinaga live here? Like, was this... Or someone who was just a big fan of her work. Probably nothing in the corner, but let's get eyes on. Yeah. Normally I don't drive all the way into the corner like that, but normally it's not that easily accessible. You know, with how cluttered and messy my brain has been lately, there's something oddly soothing about the driving, at least on this planet. It's mostly pretty smooth. Now get me another planet like that one with the fucking massive spires of impassable rock bullshit. Significantly less enjoyable if that were the case. It's a shame. Honestly, I feel like it's a shame they didn't expand on this sort of gameplay in the later games. I feel like they had the groundwork for in the next game. They could have made the driving a lot more interesting. Like, you could have had more detailed environments, for one. They wouldn't have necessarily have had to have been bigger. But with a bit more detail and maybe the chance for some interesting things to happen, like, I don't know, environmental effects could be more of a hazard. Oh, we have an unmarked anomaly. Like, say you drive into a certain side of the map and you get a transmission, and maybe you can actually help people instead of just finding the remains, or maybe you don't always find hostile people. Maybe you could just find, like, oh, hey, here's a research team. Maybe you find, like, an on-the-spot sort of job you can help them with. There were a lot of ways I feel they could have made this interesting. Instead, they just abandoned it for planet scanning. Just a couple of mercs standing out in open ground. Why were they just hanging out in the middle of nowhere? Were they coming for the probe? This person must have died while attempting to salvage a crashed satellite. Well, considering he's next to a crashed satellite, I am willing to bet that there may be a correlation. Was that in that corner? Yeah. I thought it was off to the other side. Which should be a nice indicator of how scatterbrained I am. That's not the science base. The science base is further away than that, isn't it? Oh, you know what it is? It's a thresher worm. Come on, where's the worm? Come on, it's right here. There he is. Oh my god. So that's what happens when you run directly into it. Get the fuck out of here. You're no good. We are parked in on-level terrain. This is... I've gotten out on worse terrain than this. Mercury. Alright. So how are we gonna do this while making sure these guys don't accidentally shoot someone they're not supposed to? Kain's got a bunch of points. Garrus has a bunch of points. There we go, advanced in all his skills. I like the helmets the biotics get with the glowing eyepieces. Wonder if that... I guess it helps them somehow. Great. I was gonna save, that's why I went in there. Take down the terrorists, but remember to check your targets. The civilians are so addled by the drugs they may wander right into the middle of a firefight. Yeah, in that case, no shotgun.
Go, go, go!
Ow.
I gotta be more careful.
Ow, blah. And I think somebody already blew up. No, can't be having that. You know what? There's a very easy way to do this. It's a method we've employed before. It's called exploiting dumb AI. All we gotta do is make some noise. Okay, we got some people moving up. Yo, Kaiden, you want to come over here? I got Garrus over here. Kind of hanging out. You know what? You guys just hang out back there for a sec. What? Good. Well, thank you for making yourself visible. Civilian losses were tolerable. Oh, that guy fucking rocketed one. Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
No can do.
Yes, you can.
Something's in the way.
What?
Regroup.
Okay, I think most of them came through that time. Let's do a quick save so we don't have to start all the way over from the beginning again.
Now it gets fun.
Where'd he go?
This should slow him down.
God damn it. You know what I think I need to do? There's something I need to do. I need to go in here real quick. Not graphics. Squad power usage. I think they might be using some explosives of their own. I was reminded I could do that. How exactly? Good question.
You cannot stop the future.
When I smile, the walls chime. I'm making so much music.
Cleared the facility. All the civilians are safe, though still chattering to themselves and screaming at garbage cans. Evolution of humanity, huh? Those biotics don't seem that different from the other scum you deal with. Bitchin'. Yeah, before I forget, let's, turn that back on. I don't have to micromanage when they use their skills. I'm happy when they just do stuff on their own.
They come toward you. Look at them. Have to look away. Keep moving. And they can steal your mouth.
Steal your mouth.
They're in my head. All of them. With knives.
Better armor for Garrus, I think we just picked up. Better armor for our Krogan. Also, I believe that crate is partially stuck in there, or is it just a really thin? No, it's a really thin one. I thought it was clipping for a moment. I was about to shout at somebody. Probably nobody, because there's nobody here except me. Shouting at myself. Normally, I just do that internally. Anything else we can grab?
If I don't hold still, it will all spill out, and then I won't be me anymore. I won't be me if it all spills out. I have to hold still.
That might explain why they're standing around, or at least why he's standing around.
Bubbles, but when I touch them, I pop. Too much spitting.
Sound like they're having a great time.
When I smile, the walls change.
They're in my head. All of them. With knives.
I think one of the downsides of streaming late is I estimated maybe 3 hours. I might only go for 1 more hour. I've been getting tired pretty quickly lately, so this might just end up being a real short one. Not that it matters. It's just me here. I think the drive tomorrow is probably going to be a nice one. It's a couple of hours to get over the mountains. Fortunately, we're not driving over them like this, which I don't think is actually possible. But I'm looking forward to that pizza, though. Hang on a minute. They just reused Clendagon. That planet's in a completely different system. Did they think no one would notice? To be fair, most people probably don't look up that far if there isn't something immediately on the horizon. We did good.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I didn't think it could be done, Commander. You managed to secure the base and neutralize the biotics without a single civilian casualty.
Just doing my job, Admiral. I couldn't let innocent lives be lost.
I wish every soldier had your definition of just doing your job. You're a credit to the uniform, Shepard. We're in your debt. Fifth Fleet out.
I know there's a quest I've never done before. That's the one you get once you hit the Paragon, like, upper quarter of that. Once you get that much Paragon, you get that quest. So there's got to be a Renegade equivalent that I've never seen. Time for some planet reading. The enigmatic terrestrial planet Zayartar has a hazy atmosphere of nitrogen and argon. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of calcium with deposits of sodium. 3 times in the last century, ships stopping to discharge at Treyarmus? I'm guessing that's a different planet in the system. Have reported geometric patterns of lights on the dark side of Zayartar. Attempts at closer investigation prove fruitless. The lights disappear when planets approach the inner system. Spooky. Deposits of mercury? Yeah, Treyarmus is way out there. People from all the way over at Treyarmus are using the long optical lenses, I guess, to get a look at the inner planet. Also, before I forget, I don't think he ever told me what time we leave tomorrow. I had to ask him again. I could have swore when we entered the system I saw something shine over here. Zamari. Small, airless, cratered terrestrial. A lifeless rock quite similar to Luna. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of silicates, though one hemisphere has several seas of dark basaltic rock. Barangor. A large but low-density terrestrial world, Barangor is generally believed to consist mainly of water ice. Occasional upwellings of metals caused by the interacting tidal forces of several large moons suggest the core is small but extremely dense. Barangor has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of dark carbon-laced water ice. 10 years ago, Barangor's grim surface color and dim illumination drew the cinematographer Riza Uvarson to film the exterior scenes of Starless on location. Acknowledged as a masterpiece of gothic horror, the sets, well preserved by the vacuum, draw hundreds of tourists to the backwater system every year. And we found some polonium. I swear this one right down here looks like a footprint, like from a big astronaut boot. There's nothing shiny in the asteroids. Treyarmus is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with a powerful magnetic field, making it a popular discharge site for freighters working the Anasi-Ishtar shipping route. It is popular enough, in fact, that Quarian ships can often be found loitering in orbit, selling the freighter crews cheap refreshments, salvage, and odd craftsworks assembled by their children. There are no ships in orbit at present, however. We've been to all these other systems, right? Have we? I don't think so. These planet names. Yeah, there's a survey button. We haven't been to the system. Mingido is a sun-baked wasteland of sodium, chlorates, and radioactives. Its relatively light mass have left it tidally locked to the star Plutus, with a dayside hot pole and a nightside cold pole. The powerful solar wind has stripped most of the atmosphere away. We found uranium. On a moon, I believe. Kind of skipped over most of the description. Once I saw it was just a mineral report, it's just like, yeah, skip to the part that's important. Maidla is a terrestrial planet with a light atmosphere of carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide. The surface is hot and mainly composed of magnesia with deposits of sulfur. Sounds flammable. Over a dozen volcanoes are currently erupting across the surface. Clockrolus. A modest rock planet, roughly the size of Mars, has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and methane. Its scorching hot surface is mainly composed of silicate rock with deposits of aluminum and other light metals. Clockrolus has a very weak magnetic field. In addition to very high levels of solar radiation, it is not suitable for mass effect drive discharge operations. Scans from the planet reveal several deposits of samarium. Yeah, definitely better not go over 2 hours today. Hell, I might even stop before then. I can already feel my ability to speak slipping away. Oh, we could just land on this planet here. We don't have a mission for it or an anomaly report. We could just land there. Varia is a huge hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of methane in its atmosphere. Neat. I have this low-key worrying fear that the lens flares... You know what? I'm gonna look this up right now. I need to know. I'm not sure if I can word this for how I can get the answer. Mass Effect Legendary. Why is there so much lens flare? Okay, hold on. This might be the answer. I think this is a report from before the game actually came out. Yeah, there's like a image. I hope there's. You know what? Yeah, I keep feeling the word Abrams pop up in my mind, and that's not a good thing when it comes to lens flare. Oh, hey, there's a mod to remove them. Simple mod to reduce the lens flares through the game. These were... Okay, that's a mod that was released before, so it's probably not for the Legendary Edition. Hang on a minute. Suddenly I'm searching for mods. here's one that has that... Good lord, was that lens flare like that in that part? And I just didn't... I might have mentally skipped over it. I'm just looking at stupid pictures of lens flares now. Doesn't look like there are any mods that remove them other than those ones. But I think those were made from not the Legendary Edition. So I don't know if they'd work as well. And it seems like the Legendary Edition added new lens flares. So I don't think it would remove those. I guess it's just something we'll have to live with. Listen, a lens flare in the right place can be nice, but sometimes you see, when I see too many, it just hurts my brain. I don't need more brain hurt. Got a heat hazard. Though it is one of the oldest entries in the star charts, Nonule has not yet been fully mapped. It is the largest body in the asteroid belt of the blue star Plutus, not only large enough to maintain a spherical shape, but also massive enough to retain the noxious carbon and sulfur dioxides venting from its many volcanoes as an atmosphere. Nonule is rapidly volcanic, and the source of its great heat is also the source of its inordinate mass. Nonule is a secondary source of element zero, coalesced around a large chunk of Ezo ejected by a supernova billions of years ago. Surface conditions are extremely hazardous. In addition to the thin crust and numerous magma flows, wide stretches of the landscape are coated with slippery ash and cinders ejected from the volcanoes. Hazardous planet, bring our Krogan. And you know, since we're just doing some exploring, we don't know if there's anything, like, serious here. Take Liara. I don't think I've ever taken these two on a mission together. Oh, it's a rumbly one. Warlord's Outpost. Okay, are we sure we didn't pick up any missions? Guess we'll find out. Whoa, holy shit. Let's be careful. There's actually lava. Whoa, rumbly. Holy shit, there's actually stuff going on this planet. Actual lava. An actual terrain feature. I wonder if we instantly die if we just go straight in. I'm not gonna do it because I feel like that's probably the answer. It's not like it's the first time we've seen lava in this game. We saw some on, whatever planet that was we went to pick Liara up from. I can't remember the name of it. Mercenary was carrying a League of One medallion. There's no indication of how or where he found it. Judging by the footprints in the ash, the two mercenaries were facing each other over the crate when they died. Both suffered a single gunshot wounds and have a rifle close beside them. Prying open the crate, you discover a carefully wrapped, handwritten copy of one of Matriarch Dillinaga's treatises. It is unlikely she penned it herself, but the flowing brushwork and intricate watercolor illustrations clearly show the hand of a master scribe. The description said there was just a rifle, but they have 2 rifles. Also, suddenly these new planets are having more wordy things in these crates that we find, which I appreciate. Also, what time is it? I'm gonna quickly pull something out of the freezer. I don't know about other people, but I put my bread in the freezer. I did long-term experiments when I first moved out on bread preservation, and... like, some people say put it in the fridge. I swear to this day that whenever I put bread in the fridge, it would start molding faster than if I just left it out. Put it in the freezer, no mold. Let's be careful here. This might be a lava. Nope. No lava. I have to readjust my glasses. Come on. Come on. Sometimes you get one where it's just everything goes wrong. And it's doing it again. What? Why did... I clicked and it just came back. There we go. That looks like a mineral resource. Oh yeah, it's practically in the outer zone. Oh shit. And in not a perfectly flat area either. Woohoo! Shit, I can't shoot. There I can shoot. Jeez, you got me good. Hack the planet. Hack the planet. Why do I get the feeling that after a certain point they started developing planets with a bit more character to them? This planet and the last one, something about like the little encounters, the written ones and stuff, look, suddenly there's more to them. Or maybe I just have brain damage. I don't know. For my offline activities, I think that's one of the reasons I suddenly felt like playing this today. I've started hitting that point with Star Sector where I'm feeling like a little bogged down. Ever since I discovered there were some like massive mods for like Stardew Valley, I think I might switch over to that as my offline game of choice. I think I need something peaceful and calming, like just running a farm. Here's our random warlord base. Didn't get a request for it, no signal, no anomaly, didn't find any wrecks in orbit leading us here. Just happened to stumble across a warlord base. And I wonder if it's going to be anything like the Nasana deal, where somebody could have told me to come here to do something about it, but I'm hitting it early. Yo, these cars have turrets on them. Have we seen these things with turrets before? And like that little like antenna thing? Oh, it's locked. Well, I guess we're not doing that. I suppose I was right. I can't go in there until I get the job. Maybe need to find something on the planet first? I wonder. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's responsive. I know that there's a renegade version of that quest you get from Hackett where you gotta do. I don't know what you have to do, but I know you get a different quest if you go renegade. Maybe that's where the renegade quest takes place, and because I'm not renegade, I don't get that quest, so I can't go in there and deal with the warlord. I bet that's what it is. What's this planet called again? Nonuel? I don't mind looking this one up. Eunice, something. Assignment is only available when you hit 80% Renegade or 90% if you've attained 80% Paragon first. Wait, so is it possible to get both quests? Huh. Is that actually possible? I wouldn't think so. Hmm. Alright, well, my guess was right on the money. Also, it's actually kind of a good thing I looked that up, because I saw the map, and otherwise I would have missed another Thresher Maw. Yeah, that's right, this planet has 2 Thresher Maws. Yeah, right over there, basically. Also, did I get a message back? Sounds good. Okay, 10:30. I've actually been waking up slightly earlier than usual, so I shouldn't have to set an alarm for that. See, this is why you travel with the border always in sight. If I didn't look this up to confirm my suspicions, I would have missed this one. I might have never seen this one. Alright. Fight me! Yeah, that trick ain't working, buddy. Caught that one. Oh, he's doing this trick again? Shit!
You need to turn back, Commander. You're going beyond the range of the operational area.
Shut up, Joker. Busy. Why did I get a bunch of green shit like I got hit again? Yeah, the enemy is putting parts of its body outside the mission area. They're getting tougher. Yeah, it is kind of what I remember about the difficulty. Once you get up to level 60, I remembered even on normal, like, enemies start becoming bullet sponges. At least the Thresher Maws, or the Armatures especially. You know what, let's try to get over the lava. Get a look at the middle. I think we skirted pretty closely away from the middle. Also, there's that perfectly flat spot right there. Close enough, yeah. Also, looking at how long I've been playing, looks like... Yeah, we're closing in on 2. Is it actually possible, playing the game normally, to get a lot of Paragon and Renegade points? That doesn't seem possible. I could cheat them in, but I'm not going to. And we've done all the side collect stuff except get those Prothean artifacts. Well, I don't. If I hadn't decided to do this so late, I would keep going, but I will not. Instead, we shall enjoy some codex.
The Asari were the first.
Now we've heard about all of them. It's hard to tell because again, you don't see it blinking when it starts off highlighted, so I have to poke my head in there and check.
Faster than light drives use Sovereign is the flagship of the rogue Spectre's Saren. An enormous dreadnought larger than any other ship in any known fleet, it is crewed with both Geth and Krogan. At 2 kilometers long, its spinal-mounted main gun is likely capable of penetrating another dreadnought's kinetic barriers with a single shot. How Saren acquired this incredible warship is unknown. The prevailing opinion is that Sovereign is a Geth construct, while others believe it is a Prothean relic. Its design, however, hints at a more alien and mysterious origin. The attack on Eden Prime demonstrated Sovereign's ability to generate mass effect fields powerful enough to land on a planetary surface. This implies it has a massive Element Zero core and the ability to generate staggering amounts of power.
Sounds about right. No other voiced codex entries. Right, again, did we start with this one? No, we already read that one. Solarian biology. Something in my throat. Solarians are noted for their high-speed metabolism, which allows them to function on just 1 hour of sleep a day. Their minds and bodies work faster than most sapient races, making them seem restless and hyperactive. The drawback of this active metabolism is a short lifespan of around 40 human years. Solarians are amphibian, haplodiploid egg layers. Unfertilized eggs produce males, and fertilized eggs produce females. Over a year, a Solarian female will lay a clutch of dozens of eggs. Social rules prevent all but a fraction from being fertilized. As a result, 90% of the species is male. Explains why you don't see any female Solarians. Rare. Solarians have photographic memories and rarely forget a fact. They also possess a form of psychological imprinting tending to defer to those they knew in their youth. Solarian hatching is a solemn ritual in which the clan Dalatras, matriarch, isolates herself with the eggs. The young Solarians psychologically imprint on her and tend to defer to her wishes. During the hatching of daughters, the Dalatresses of the mother and father's clans are present at the imprinting. This ensures the offspring have equal loyalty to both, ensuring the desired dynastic and political unity. We got stuff on Turians. Turian government. Turian government is a hierarchical meritocracy. While it has great potential for misuse, this is tempered by the civic duty and personal responsibility Turians learn in childhood. Turians have 27 citizenship tiers, beginning with civilians, client races, and children, and the initial period of military service is the second tier. Formal citizenship is conferred at the third tier, after boot camp. For client races, citizenship is granted after the individual musters out. Higher-ranked citizens are expected to lead and protect subordinates. Lower-ranked citizens are expected to obey and support superiors. Promotion to another tier of citizenship is based on the personal assessments of one's superiors and co-workers. Throughout their lives, Turians ascend to higher tiers and are occasionally demoted to lower ones. The stigma associated with demotion lies not on the individual, but on those who promoted him when he wasn't ready for additional responsibility. This curbs a tendency to promote individuals into positions beyond their capabilities. Settling into a role and rank is not considered stagnation. Turians value knowing one's own limitations more than being ambitious. At the top are the Primarchs, who each rule a colonization cluster. The Primarchs vote on matters of national import. They otherwise maintain a hands-off policy, trusting the citizens on each level below them to do their job competently. Turians enjoy broad freedoms. So long as one completes his duties and does not prevent others from completing theirs, nothing is forbidden. For example, there are no laws against recreational drug use. But if someone is unable to complete his duties due to drug use, his superiors step in. Judicial proceedings are interventions. Peers express their concern and try to convince the offender to change. If rehabilitation fails, Turians have no qualms about sentencing dangerous individuals to life at hard labor for the state. Don't get hooked on the drugs. Turian religion. Although Turians have a strict moral code, their belief in individual responsibility means that the concepts of good and evil are simply the individual's choice between egotism and altruism in any given decision. They have no concept of good deities that encourage noble behavior or evil ones that tempt individuals to misdeeds. Turians believe that groups and areas have spirits that transcend the individual. For example, a military unit would be considered to have a literal spirit that embodies the honor and courage it has displayed. A city spirit reflects the accomplishments and industry of its residents. An ancient tree spirit reflects the beauty and tranquility of the area it grows within. These spirits are neither good nor evil, nor are they appealed to for intercession. Turians do not believe spirits can affect the world, but spirits can inspire the living. Prayers and rituals allow an individual to converse with the spirit for guidance or inspiration. For example, a Turian who finds his loyalty tested may appeal to the spirit of his unit, hoping to reconnect with the pride and honor. I can't speak. With pride and honor of the group. A Turian who wishes to create a work of art may attempt to connect with the spirit of a beautiful location. I like this. Turians enjoy absolute freedom of religion and can practice whatever appeals to them so long as it does not impede anyone's ability to perform their duties. There are many practitioners of the Asari Ciarist philosophy. Since opening dialogue with the Human Systems Alliance, some Turians have embraced Confucianism and Zen Buddhism. They definitely sound like they're in the same area. Shinto wouldn't be too far off. A lot of the idea of spirits in Shinto are localized to, like, areas or rivers or sometimes even objects. I know that much. Probably a few Shinto Turians out there. Non-council races. We got some Krogan lore. Krogan biology. Why does it feel like something in my throat? I haven't played Barotrauma. I didn't take any eggs. The Krogan evolved in a lethal ecology. Over millions of years, the Grimm struggled to survive larger predators, virulent diseases, and resource scarcity on their homeworld Tuchanka turned the lizards into quintessential survivors. Perhaps the most telling indicator of Tuchanka's lethality is the Krogan eyes. Although they are a predator species by any standard definition, their eyes evolved to be wide-set. As in Earth prey species like deer and cattle, Krogan eyes have a 240-degree arc of vision, better suited for spotting enemies sneaking up on them than for pursuit. Physically, the Krogan are nigh indestructible, with a tough hide impervious to any melee weapon short of a molecular blade. While they feel pain, it does not affect their ability to concentrate. They have multiple functioning examples of all major organs and can survive the loss of one or two of any type. Rather than a nervous system, they have an electrically conductive secondary circulatory system. A Krogan can never be paralyzed. They may lose some of this fluid, but it can be replaced by the body in time. The hump on a Krogan's back stores water and fats that help the Krogan survive lean times. Large humps are a point of pride. Being well fed implies the Krogan is a superior predator. The most widely known biological feature of the Krogan is their incredible birth rate and rapid maturity. Once freed from the hostile cauldron of Tuchanka, the Krogan population swelled into a numberless horde. Only the genophage kept them from outbreeding the combined Citadel races. Now, the rare Krogan females capable of bringing a child to term are treated with like strategic resources. Warlords will trade them at diplomacy or, more frequently, fight wars over them. Indeed. Krogan military doctrine. Traditional Krogan tactics were built on attritional mass unit warfare. Equipped with cheap, rugged gear, troop formations were powerful but inflexible. Command and control was very centralized. Soldiers in the field who saw a target contacted their commanders behind the lines to arrange fire support. Since the genophage, the Krogan can no longer afford the casualties of the old horde attacks. The Battle Masters are a match for any 10 soldiers of another species. Let me try that again. The Battle Masters are a match for any 10 soldiers of another species. To a Battle Master, killing is a science. They focus on developing a clean, brute force economy of motion that exploits their brutal strength to incapacitate enemies with a swift single blow or overwhelming power. This change of focus from mass unit warfare to maximal efficiency has increased employment demand in the fields of security and muscle for hire. Due to the unsavory reputation of the Krogan, most of these jobs are on the far side of the law. Battle Masters are not spit and polish, but they do believe in being well armed and equipped, preferably with a gun for each limb. They're callous and brutal, but methodical and disciplined. They use any means at their disposal to achieve their goal, no matter how reprehensible. Hostage-taking and genocide are acceptable means to ensure a quiet occupation with few Krogan casualties. The Krogan serving with Saren's forces appear to be returning to the old style of mass attritional combat. They also work to close cooperation with supporting Geth units, who fill the roles occupied by combat drones and other armies. Biotics are rare among the Krogan. Those that exist are viewed with suspicion and fear. The Krogan see this aura of fear as a useful quality for an officer, and often promote them. Combat drones and other high-tech equipment are likewise in short supply. Sounds alright. I'm gonna skip over the Systems Alliance one briefly. I'll save that one for last, rather. Space combat. General tactics. Shells lofted by surface navies crash back to Earth when their acceleration is overwhelmed by gravity and air resistance. In space, a projectile has unlimited range. It will keep moving until it hits something. Practical gunnery range is determined by the velocity of the attacker's ordnance and the maneuverability of the target. Beyond a certain range, a small ship's ability to dodge trumps a larger attacker's projectile speed. The longest ranged combat occurs between dreadnoughts, whose projectiles have the highest velocity but are the least maneuverable. The shortest range combat is between frigates, which have the slowest projectile velocities and the highest maneuverability. Have to imagine that even then, it's a mass drive around. Even if it's slower than a dreadnought, it's going to still be moving fast and something you'd fire on land. Opposing dreadnoughts open with a main gun artillery duel at extreme ranges of tens of thousands of kilometers. The fleets close, maintaining evasive lateral motion while firing their bow guns facing the enemy. Fighters are launched in an attempt to close to disruptor torpedo range. Cautious admirals weaken the enemy with ranged fire and fighter strikes before committing to close action. Aggressive commanders advance so the cruisers and frigates can engage. At long range, the main guns of cruisers become useful. Friendly interceptors engage enemy fighters until the attackers enter the range of ship-based Guardian fire. Yeah. Dreadnoughts fire from the rear, screened by smaller ships. Commanders must decide whether to commit to a general melee or retreat into FTL. Medium-range ships can use broadside guns. Fleets intermingle and it becomes difficult to retreat in order. Ships with damaged kinetic barriers are vulnerable to Wolfpack frigate flotillas that speed through the battle space. Only fighters and frigates enter close knife fight range of 10 or fewer kilometers. Fighters loose their disruptor torpedoes, bring down a ship's kinetic barriers, and allowing it to be swarmed by frigates. Guardian lasers become viable weapons, swatting down fighters and boiling away warship armor. Planetary assaults are complicated if the target is a habitable garden world. The attackers cannot approach the defender straight on. The Citadel conventions prohibit the use of large kinetic impactors against habitable worlds. In a straight-on attack, any missiles plow into the planet behind the defending fleet. If the defenders position themselves between the attackers and the planet, they can fire at will while the attacker risks hitting the planet. Successful assaults on garden worlds hinge upon up-to-date intelligence. Attackers need to determine where the enemy's defenses are, so they may approach from an angle that allows them to fire with no danger of collateral damage. Note, this is not necessary for hostile worlds. Once control of orbit has been lost, defensive garrisons disperse into the wilderness. An enemy with orbital superiority can bombard surface forces with impunity. The best option for defenders is to hide and collect reconnaissance in anticipation of relief forces. Given the size of a planet, it is impractical to garrison entire conquered worlds. Fortunately, colonization efforts tend to focus on building up a dozen or fewer areas. Ground forces occupy the spaceports, industrial facilities, and major population centers. The wilderness is patrolled by unmanned aerial vehicles and satellite reconnaissance. If a defender unit is spotted, air-mobile rapid deployment units and satellite artillery are used to pin down and destroy them. Yeah, but then we hear, like, the Turians were, like, shooting, like, kinetic rounds directly into cities whenever, like, they saw soldiers enter a block. Not good. Disruptor torpedoes are powered projectiles with warheads that create random and unstable mass effect fields when triggered. These fields warp space-time in a localized area. The rapid asymmetrical mass changes cause the target to rip itself apart. In flight, torpedoes use a mass-increased field, making them too massive for enemy kinetic barriers to repulse. This extra mass gives torpedoes very sluggish acceleration, making them easy prey for Defense Guardian weapons. So torpedoes have to be launched at very close range. Torpedoes are the main anti-ship weapon used by fighters. They are launched from point-blank range in ripple-fire waves reminiscent of the ancient Calliope rocket artillery launches. Thus, they're popular nicknamed Callies. By saturating defensive Guardian systems and with multiple targets, at least a few will get through. Yeah. And we got something new in the systems lines. Looks like it's genetic engineering, because nothing else is glowing. In the 22nd century, manipulation of the human genome became commonplace. Techniques of genetic engineering advanced to the point where the rich could custom-build fetuses that grew into stronger, smarter, and more attractive adults. In more permissive regions, custom-designed life forms and uplifted animals occupied an ill-defined niche between property and sapient being. I don't remember that one in the lore. Custom-designed life forms and uplifted animals. You telling me they're like talking dogs on Earth? Do we got talking dogs and cats? Are we just giving animals sentience? Or like partial sapience? Shit. Travel to planets with unique life forms. Unique forms of life brought an awareness that Earth's unique biodiversity could be lost if spliced and hybridized to gain useful alien qualities. The Sudham-Wolcott Genetic Heritage Act was passed by the Systems Alliance Parliament in 2161. It imposed sharp restrictions on controversial use of genetic engineering, but provided government subsidies for beneficial applications. Screening and therapy. Most governments provide free assessments and corrective therapy for genetic diseases in prospective parents. This has nearly eliminated everything from cystic fibrosis to nearsightedness. Man, I could use that. The earlier screening and therapy is performed, and the more comprehensive the results, the earlier screening and therapy is performed, the more comprehensive the results. I can speak. Though ideally performed on artificially fertilized zygotes in a lab, procedures are available for embryos in the womb and newborns out of respect for personal beliefs. Enhancement. Improvement of natural human abilities is legal, but adding new abilities is not. Treatments to improve strength, reflexes, and mental acuity or appearance are permitted. Adding a tail or the ability to digest cellulose is not. Some genetic enhancement is provided for free to Alliance military recruits, but the average citizen must pay for the privilege. The process can take years to reach fruition in an adult. I guess that means no furries. Sorry. Engineering. Artificial hybridization of genes from compatible non-human species with human genetic code is illegal. Creation of designed life is broadly legal and mainly used for terraforming and medical applications. Sentient creatures are heavily regulated, and creation of sapient life is outlawed by both the Systems Alliance and the Citadel Council. And I guess that does it for lore today, and puts us at just about 2 hours. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I can't remember the last time I did a late stream like this, which means not exactly a lot of time to goof around. But it definitely was a nice distraction. My head's been full of fuck lately, and I just need to... And I need to do things to power through it. Sometimes I just hit... I'm clearly in one of those times where it's just like, man, what am I doing? And I need extra distraction. Who knows? Maybe... Well, no, not Sunday. My friend, maybe tomorrow? Apparently he's been feeling a little off. If he's sick, I might not go on that trip with him tomorrow, since it might not happen. But then again, I did just do 2 streams 2 days in a row, which can't remember last time I did that either. I don't know. At some point before I leave for the vacation on the 31st, maybe I'll do like a really big long stream. Maybe. I don't know. Or if I can't find something else to do, maybe I just do a bunch of frequent smaller streams. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just in one of those moments where I don't know what I'm doing. But nobody here comes here to hear me complain. So, hope you enjoyed the gameplay at the very least. And yeah, have a good one. More Mass Effect. Keep an eye out for it. Yeah.